My name's Kevin. Welcome to WordForge. We are doing a final video. This whole essay, assault, accusation, allegation. Daniel Greene, Naomi King. So, yesterday she released Daniel Greene Part 3, answering questions and apologies. There's only a couple of areas that we're going to go over.
Bullshit 3-minute apology, or that interview I posted just 24 hours later. I want to begin this video with, I am not rescinding my statement that I was pressured into things that we had agreed beforehand wouldn't happen. I am not taking that back. That last apology video was not me admitting to falsely accusing anybody. That's not what that video was for. That video was me being devastated.
As we know, she did falsely accuse Daniel Greene. And I think this is something that she's not understanding, is that if this is probably how she actually described it to the police back in 2023, according to her first video, the 2023 video, where she says that she went to the police. And however way she described it to them, that it was not sexual assault. And she keeps using this term, he pressured me. But let's honestly, ultimately think about this. Because that would get the cops to be like, well, did he force you? Did he have a gun to your head? Did he have a knife to your throat? Were his hands on your neck, threatening to choke you? And if her response would be no, then it's like, so you eventually said yes to this pressuring, this suggestion. Yes, I did. Then that, objectively and factually, is not what she's claiming it is. And this is why people are saying that she is falsely accusing someone, because this is by definition what she's doing. You cannot sit here in one spectrum and say that he did not sexually assault me, he did not rape me, which technically nuances between the words, but one in the same thing. And then iterate the idea that he pressured you into something, because now you're changing your story. And I think most people took this, he pressured me, as if he forced this to happen. But based on how she describes everything, she's the one that said yes to it. Like, she would have more of a case if she would have said no and he actually forced himself on her. But this isn't the scenario, which is also kind of contradicting everything that she describes to us, because she describes things as if he just nonchalantly did it. Like, she says she never told him no or anything like that. But isn't her own description of, I was pushing his dick away because I didn't want it, isn't that the very concept of what she supposedly is describing? So her story isn't even straight. In one instance, she'll accuse Daniel of doing something when she does say no. And all her videos are up on YouTube, on other channels. And then in the next statement, apparently, no, I was never accusing him of rape or sexual assault. She goes as too far to talk about her first video, which is right here, still available on her actual YouTube.
Rape. And I don't want to blame people. I don't want to blame people. The only time I used that word was when I was referring to the Tumblr allegation. I never accused him of raping me, and it breaks my heart that that's how that first video was taken, because he didn't rape me, and now I'm being a false accuser. But I never said that he raped me. But that's what was taken away from the video, and I hate that, and that's fucked up, and there's nothing that I can do. That being said, there are people out there who did notice that I never said that he raped me, and there are people out there who have messaged me and said, like, I didn't think that first video was a rape accusation. And, like, thank fuck for those people. But, are you accusing Daniel of rape? No, I am not, and I never did. Are you admitting to falsely accusing him of rape? No! I never said Daniel Greene raped me. What I said was that he pressured me into things. That video wasn't me coming forward about Daniel raping me. That video was me coming forward about a negative experience I had had with him, and that I had ended up speaking to somebody who had allegedly also had a negative experience with him. That was the entire point of video number 1. It wasn't about me, it wasn't about my story. I just had to tell you that in order to get to the point of the cease and desist. That video wasn't supposed to be, like, that wasn't the goal of that.
Okay, so she's kind of floundering around a lot. So it's like, from what I take away from what she just said, she's talking about this video, which, unironically, in the cease and desist video, she's constantly telling us and reminding us that this has nothing to do with Daniel Greene. She also lays claim that she doesn't accuse Daniel Greene in this video. Now, whether she means by name, then she also suggests that what she's talking about in here, it has nothing to do with her experience, but someone else's or other people's experience. But if you watch this video, there's contradictions of this video to this video. If she is referring to video 1 as this, because you'll note she says video 1, and that led up to the cease and desist video. This was the first video she did almost a year ago.
I had a friend turn out to not be a friend because he did shit I didn't want. He coerced me, all that. He basically went home and then was like, you bring out the worst of me, and then blocked me and hasn't spoken to me since.
So right there, this is her in this video admitting that everything she's talking about in that video is about her. And unironically, obviously, clearly, the cease and desist video is also about her. This video kind of goes on for quite some time, as you can see. There's moments in here where she kind of repeats herself that it wasn't she never allegedly did this or that. But the problem with that, again, is that there's contradictions with all her videos, to where she tells us that she's pushing him away, telling him no. But then at the same time, she's trying to tell us that he never raped me, he never sexually assaulted me. He just did things to me that I was pressured into, which means, by definition, and if we were to take this into context, she said yes to. The last thing that she posted, which was quite a few hours after this on Instagram. Hi all. After an intervention by my friends, I'm checking myself into an emergency mental health facility. I will be ceasing all further internet communication. Hopefully these aren't just words, and her friends and family were able to get her help. She needs it because she's contradicting herself in all her videos. She says one thing, but then says another thing. So the story doesn't add up. Actually states that she's bipolar in this video. All right, so that's all I really have to state in relation to any new videos that may or may not come about of Naomi King, be they from her or be they from Daniel. Personally, I don't really think Daniel needs or should respond to this 3-hour video. Pretty much everyone has already decided logically that she contradicts herself, so on and such forth, that, Now, in relation to any more videos on this topic, like I said, I'm not going to do anything that is based on any new videos, be they from Daniel, be they from Naomi, or be they from other booktubers, YouTubers, whatever the case may be. All right. In terms of new information, I'm done talking about this. The only other video that I do have planned is because I said I would do it in a previous video, was a deep dive of Naomi's cease and desist video and me pointing out everything that was wrong with it and why I don't really see how a bunch of booktubers didn't take it at face value, didn't take it with a grain of salt. And then I'm just going to continue also doing other videos that are related to my writing career, books. I still have to create a video kind of explaining, everything that this channel is going to be about, so on and such forth. Anyway, I hope you were educated in some facet or way from this video and my previous videos. To look at something, use some common sense, critically think about something. And I think, don't jump on the bandwagon of lynch 'em high before we get both sides of the story, or until we hear that conviction of a court case kind of scenario. Anyway, whether you're reading or whether you're writing, I hope you keep forging.